Okay, we are live. All right, we're live. We're live here. First time. We're trying it out, guys. So thank you so much for understanding. I'm not sure how to turn this off, but we are live. Look, my dog is here. We all here. All right. So welcome. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a live demo right here on Instagram. It's going to be great. Actually, let me run a commercial for you guys, and then we'll be right back.
In society, people take doctors' time very valuably. They realize that that's something that can't be wasted. There were some people who weren't looking at barbers' time the same way, and we didn't agree with that. Barbers are professionals. They're educated. They help people's lives in a major way. They're pillars of communities. Their time matters.
Squire is built for everyone. So it's built for the barbers, it's built for the clients, it's built for the shop, and they thought of that for everyone.
I've used a lot of other applications, appointment systems, and it's never been as efficient as Squire was for me. It's like an all-in-one solution, right? You have managing the appointments is a lot easier. You give the platform for people to book. I could talk so many good things about Squire, bro. I could keep going.
We're here at 12 Pell, a barbershop located in the heart of Chinatown. Best slice in the city, that's what we call it. When creating the modern barbershop experience, we kind of dialed in on what our lifestyle is like. And because everything is digital for us, we realized we have all the technology that we need already in our hands through our phones.
So for hearts, nothing too high on top. 60-40, 70-30 splits work best.
Tap to Pay is like a feature out of a movie. It's so futuristic and it's one less piece of hardware that we have to worry about as a shop. Being able to pull out your credit card in the chair, tap it to your barber's phone, and walk away with a few clicks of the button is amazing. That seamless technology and the integration with Squire lets us deliver a next level premium experience. We don't have to worry about payments and it allows us to do what we do best. So that your time in the chair is only doing what matters, and that's spending time with your barber and the boys.
Why Squire? Because it's complete. You can run your business with it, man. It's not just a booking app. There's a lot of systems out there that allow you to book appointments, or they allow you to allow your customers to book appointments. This is truly a business management software. It's complete, one stop, it does everything that you need, and that's what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? It seamlessly integrates into your website. It looks good. It looks professional. It's really everything that a barbershop needs. And the beautiful part about it is it's designed for barbers. It's made specifically for the barbering industry. I love that, man. I love that.
Okay, and we're back. Listen, we had a few commercials we wanted to run for you guys, but this is so exciting. This is our first live demo webinar. We're going to be working with Daniel Park here in a moment. I'm going to bring him on, and we're going to walk through all the different steps here. Now, I know for you guys on Instagram, we're live streaming to Instagram, YouTube, and Squire's Instagram all at the same time. We want to do this more often to be able to get feedback directly from you guys so we can hear from you, understand what the pain points are, and be able to answer them live in front of a live audience and be able to give you these demos and speak to more than one. A lot of times we're doing these demos, it's one-on-one on Zoom, and we wanted to be able to bring it out from the darkness and bring it into the light for you guys to see it, for us to be able to show you what Squire's platform is offering recently. Is most important that you understand this is what's happening recently. If you looked at Squire before a few years back, maybe you got an app with them, maybe it didn't work out a little while ago. Trust me, we're in 2024. There are a bunch of new updates, a bunch of new things that have happened in the past 8 years with Squire, and we want to introduce those to you today. So again, thank you guys so much for joining. I'm going to go ahead and bring on, drum roll please, Daniel Park. Hey, how's it going?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good. This is exciting. This is our very first kind of Instagram live, YouTube live, all of us together, being able to answer questions. I'm going to go ahead and bring it up on my phone because I'm not even watching it on my phone yet. But let me turn my phone off, volume off. Yeah, man. So we are live everywhere. So this is great. We get to talk to the entire audience all simultaneously together. So first of all, introduce yourself. Let us know how long you've been working with the company, and first here's what I learned, right, about doing like classes and webinars and seminars. Here's what you do first. You tell them what you're going to tell them. You tell them, and then you tell them what you told them. Right? Makes sense, right? So tell them what you're going to tell them. Then you tell them. Then you tell them what you told them. So with that being said, go ahead and introduce yourself. Let us know how long you've been working with Squire, and tell us what you're going to tell us, and then tell us what you told us. All right, go ahead.
Man, that was intense, man. Well, yeah, man. My name is Daniel Park. I've been with Squire for a little over 2 years now. I take care of the U.S., Canada, all across the country. A little bit of personally about myself. I'm actually from Atlanta, Georgia, so grew up in the South, and then now I live here down in San Diego. So um, I'm low key a little nervous for some reason because like
Yeah, no worries.
got Instagram Live and
Yeah,
yeah, so honestly, like this is all for everyone here. So
absolutely.
yeah, the overall goal here is to provide everyone value. And, obviously each barbershop and every situation is a little bit different. But the overall goal here is really to provide value. And if there are some questions or comments or concerns, if they want to put it in the chat or if they have any questions or anything like that, I'm more than here to help. So
All right, awesome. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and get started. We're just gonna get into the meat of this right away. We don't want to take up too much of your time. Bring the old Squire back. New Squire ain't it. Raul Faye says, listen, the new Squire, there's so many changes that have happened over the years. And remember, Daniel, it's just me and you. There's nobody watching. Don't worry about it. It's just me and you. We're just gonna do a demo and we're gonna walk through this. So let's go ahead and share your screen, and we're gonna start walking you. First question: how do you get your mustache so fly? That was the first question.
this is 37 years of growing, so it doesn't get any longer than this.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do, guys. Daniel's gonna go ahead and bring up your screen. So here's what we got. Here's what we're starting with. So what are we looking at here, Daniel? Just take me through the demo.
Yeah, cool. Can you see my screen okay?
Yes, sir. We can see it perfectly fine.
Awesome. So the first thing that I like to do is I like to show everyone what they look like on Google. Because no matter what you're doing, whether you're looking for somewhere to eat, you're looking for a dog park, you're looking for a barbershop, the first thing that everyone does is they look on Google.
Right.
So first thing is I think that everyone should have a Google business page, because when somebody Googles you, you want to make sure that you pop up. Okay. So
Absolutely.
Once you establish that, it should look something similar to this. Once you have that, you want to make sure that you have this optimized. So what we do is
what does that mean? Optimize.
It's just maximizing to make sure that like it looks correct.
Absolutely.
So the two things that I recommend is, first off, what we'll do is we'll actually put a blue book online button here.
Nice.
Yeah, because Squire actually has a direct integration with Google. So sometimes you'll see some people will say like request, or like you push it and then it goes through Google and then Google calls you and then you got to pick it up.
Right.
With our direct integration, you can actually click on this and then it'll show the haircuts, but then it'll also show all of the staff members here.
Right.
Okay. So every shop is a little bit different, but this is the first thing that we'll do. And then also the thing that I generally recommend for a lot of people is for them to have a website.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's another thing that Squire can help out, is we can actually help build you out a landing page, which will look something similar to something along the lines of this.
All right.
Do you have any questions so far or anything? I mean,
No.
I hate to be like the only one talking.
No. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Most of the time when I'm looking at this, a lot of times what I try to do is give people an example of like what that book online button is.
Yeah.
Because it's fairly new, actually, right? I don't know how long Google's been doing this kind of book online sequence, but really what it's the thing that we have seen before is open table integration with restaurants. So you might have seen where you go to a look for it happens all the time, especially when you're traveling and you don't know where to go to eat. So you'll go to Google and you look for nearby restaurants. And when you find a restaurant, a lot of times you got to pop out to their website just to see their menu or to see their hours, whether they're open or not. Now, what happens with this is with Open Tables integration with the restaurant, it'll be a blue button. And I know I've been seeing that over the past year. Reserve a table. That's actually Open Table integration with Google Maps. So I've been looking at this now that I've been working with Squire for a few months. I've been noticing that there's like this blue book online button or something. And I actually didn't understand what Google integration meant. And so now I see that Google integration it literally lives inside of Google. Now, most of the time when you find a barbershop on Google, the first thing I'm doing is looking at the hours of operation, see if they're even open. Then if I see they're open, I want to see if I can get on their schedule. Well, the only way to do that in the past was to go to their website, right? Click website. Hopefully your website is integrated with your Google My Business as well. Now, with this feature, let me bring it back up again. Now with this feature, what Daniel is showing us, let me add to stage. There we go. What Daniel is showing us is that the book online feature actually lives within your Google My Business. The only way this used to work a year ago or 2 years ago was people would get to your Google My Business or your Google profile and then go to your website. Now they can literally book online without having to go to the website, download an app, do anything. If you go ahead and click that blue button so we can see it. There you go. So as you can see, you're not even leaving Google. You're literally seeing the services. And is this gonna work the same exact way on the mobile phone?
It is, yeah. So with online bookings, we pretty much want to make it simple and easy for the client. So we want to give them every option available. So whether it's Google, the website, Instagram, Facebook, custom branded app, we want to make it easy and simple for the client.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest. Absolutely. And that's. Oh, hold up. We're getting an echo here. Sorry about that. Okay. And that's the thing that I want to see is like sometimes, and I've been doing this app thing for a while. Sometimes what I've seen is that people will say, well, I want people to download my app to book an appointment. So that's one way to do it. The other way is like, man, I don't want to force people to download my app to be able to book an appointment. Another one is I don't want to have to make them go to the website, right? So people have different nuances and different things the way they run their business. Some people are like, no, I want to force them to download my app. If they want to book with me, they got to get my app. So there's different ways to do it. And what I'm seeing here is that with Squire, you actually get all the options. You don't miss any of those pain points. So how would it look if someone, so you got the Google integration. Now, how does the website integration work?
So I'll show you the website, but also too, just remember everything is all synced together here with Squire.
Absolutely.
So if someone books on Instagram or someone books through the website or someone books through Google, everything is all together.
Right.
So the system knows like, hey, if someone books at 2:00 and then as soon as they book on Instagram, it takes it off your other schedule. So then they can't book it through, Google or the website or whatnot. So everything's kind of flowing together. So just kind of know that.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's all in one system. And I think that's the power with that you're getting it, all in one manageable system. So let's see what it looks like when you actually have Squire on your website.
So with the website, I generally recommend everyone getting a website because the website actually serves two main purposes for you.
Okay.
So number one, for someone to book a haircut, right? Because if they book a haircut, you make money.
Right.
But the other main reason why a website is important, and I won't get too technical or too nerdy with you, but when someone is on your website, you're generating something known as SEO in the Google world. Okay, that's known as search engine optimization. So the longer that someone stays on your website, the bigger SEO you and the business is generating.
Nice. Right. And I think we've heard that word SEO for a long time, but didn't really understand
Yep.
what it was. So it's a search engine optimization.
Yep, exactly, for Google.
Okay.
So the way that we do it here at Squire is we'll put a book now button on your actual website. So when I actually click on this and I'm booking the haircut, it's actually staying on your website.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, right.
Right. So instead of on maybe some websites where you click book now, it takes you off the website. We actually want to make sure that it's staying on your website, because the way that Google's reading it is saying, hey, this person was on Saran and Co.'s barbershop website for 5 minutes compared to 5 seconds.
Mm.
Right.
Now, and here's that's the part that I noticed. Like, so there's something called like a hyperlink, right? So a hyperlink is when you text your customers your link.
Yep.
They get that link, it's gonna bounce them into the website. So normally what happens is you'll go to like GoDaddy.com or something like that, make a website, then you'll create a tab that says book now, and you'll link in your booking link, whatever that might be.
Yep.
So when you link in that booking link, the process then becomes, I find you on Google, hit this button, bounce to your website, find your book now button there, hit that, bounce to another web page, which is your booking, and then I can begin the booking process. And what we're seeing here is that when you're on Google, you can book directly to Google, through Google, never even leaving Google. Then when you're on the website, you can book through the website and never even leave the website. So I think that's extremely powerful, because websites, Google. Let me ask you a question.
Yep.
So well, one of the questions we got here from Jay Blends on Instagram, he says, does Squire help with the website?
We do help with the website. So it depends on which package that you go with. That's something that you'll have to talk to the, like if you end up doing a demo. But essentially with the website, we can help you build it out. However, you'll still have to buy your own domain name. So like www.jblendsbarbershop.com. Typically, we do it through GoDaddy, and it's around $20 for the year. And then every website that's on the internet has a website host, which is the company that hosts your website on the internet.
And those are like Google or GoDaddy or things
GoDaddy,
like that.
GoDaddy, Squarespace, Wix, companies like that. We use Squarespace because they're the most cost efficient, but also the most user friendly.
Okay.
And typically it's around, I would say, anywhere from like $14 to $23 a month, depending on if you prepay for the year or not. Okay. But
so, yeah, absolutely. And here's what I want to say before you go on. For those of you who are on the live on Instagram Live, or if you want to see this on YouTube, all you need to do, whether you're on Squire's Instagram Live or Effects App's Instagram Live, all you need to do is put the word YouTube in the comment of the live, or put the letters YT in the live. And what we're going to do is we're going to DM you a link so that you can go over to YouTube if you rather watch this full screen. Because I know on Instagram, we're kind of horizontal right in the middle there. So if you want to see it, there you go. I see a few people putting the word YouTube in there. Also, I do want to say I'm scrolling back to see some of the comments there. Let me bring us both back up. So I'm scrolling back to see some of the comments, but I want y'all to know that I kind of wasn't able to see them earlier because we were still kind of figuring it out. But now we're good to go. I got all your comments up. We're good. We're working together. I think we got it all going. So so far what we've talked about, and I know some of you have joined this live to kind of see what Squire has to offer. So far we've talked about the Google My Business, being able to integrate with Google with this blue book now button. And we've also talked about how the integration on the website works, where it's fully it is actually something called the widget instead of a hyperlink. And I'm trying to teach you guys here as we're doing this. So hyperlink pops you out to another website. Widget stays within your website, continuing to show your brand. And as I'm explaining that, actually, could we show that again? Go ahead and so this is what we mean. As you see the logo in the background, okay, you actually see in here, if you click book now, it launches within the website, staying within your brand. So that's what That's a widget, guys. So this is, again, just another layer. And we've only showed you guys 2 features, and we're going to go on here. So what other integrations does Squire have?
Yep. So with the widget though, and with this whole website, the reason why it's important is because the longer that they stay on your website, that the bigger SEO that you generate. What that means in real life is if I'm in Philly and I just got out of the Phillies game and I Google barbershop near me, the bigger SEO that you have, the higher in the rankings you are compared to your competition.
Right.
Okay. So generally with clients, I recommend them doing it at least the organic way first, because SEO is actually a broad term and you can go down many different paths.
Now,
But
here's a question,
yeah,
but people are just asking questions because
yeah,
they've been using different platforms
yep,
and they've been seeing different things. So I got this one question from
yep.
PA Grooming over on Instagram, and he's asking, is there a Squire loan program? Now, this is people start booking with you, you start taking prepayments, you start taking payments in the shop, you
Yep.
start making some money, and
Yep.
after you build up, you've seen that with other merchants, other online merchants with this prepaid. You start taking all these payments, all of a sudden you're making all this money, you want to take out a loan.
Yep.
Does Squire do that?
Yep, they do. They do Squire loans. You'll obviously have to process money through Squire because we can't just give someone a $50,000 loan if they're not like
Of course, right.
anything. But they do have a program to where they can get a loan out as well. So
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. So most of the time, guys, you have to do a certain amount of transactions. I know with other platforms, you got to make about $20,000. You
Yeah.
got to have that history. But what happens is with this, in every section, whether they're booking through Google or they're booking through your website, or they're booking through your app, or they're booking, which we're going to show later, if they're booking through Instagram, every single way that money's coming the same way. If they pay brick and mortar, even in the shop, everything's going to go the same way, which helps you gather all those funds and all that money and do it. Here goes another one. Somebody said, how do you set up a widget? Right now, it's a hyperlink for my clients on my website. So I guess that's an existing Squire person who's already on Squire.
Yep. So I would say as long as your website host isn't GoDaddy, we should be able to add a book now button on your actual website. Obviously,
Okay, awesome.
each shop and each barber is a little bit different. So if they are on Squire, I gotta like see exactly what plan that they're on. But shoot Eric a DM, shoot myself a DM, and I can look into your account and actually see. But once again, if you have a website, like we can just add the book now widget on there. Pretty much every single website host besides GoDaddy. It's kind of like, because GoDaddy has this thing where it takes you off the website. So
yeah, no problem. So here we go. So now we've looked at this. Let's go ahead. Let's move on. What does it look like for the let's go into the back office. It just shows kind of, this is the front end.
Yeah.
What we've been looking at is go ahead.
Yeah, let me at least go through the book now button, just because it is important to see how the reservation it works out. And then we'll jump into the back end and I'll show you Instagram and custom app and stuff like that, if that's okay. Unless there's like a bunch of comments on the comment section.
No, let's go for the next 5 minutes. We're all on you. I'll just monitor the comments for now. Guys, if you got any questions, put them up in the comments as we go through this.
Okay, cool. So booking a haircut, right? They'll click book now. If you have one location, it'll have your one location here. If you have multiple locations, it'll have your other locations here. So you can actually see which location that I'm at. And then when I click on it, it'll actually show me all of the staff members that are actually at that shop. Okay. Then from there, let's just say Reagan's my barber. I click Reagan. This will also just show me exactly what Reagan does. So everyone can customize their own services their own prices, and their own duration. Also, as well, you can also make sure that, yeah, it's just everyone can just do their own services, prices, duration. Also, everybody's money will go straight into their own bank account, and then everyone can still set their own schedule.
Okay, now this is the big one, guys. I got to stop you here. So I've seen a lot of platforms. You guys know, one of the questions that came up said, "What are the different prices?" There are there. If you go to the website, you can check out the different pricing that they have. They have about 4 different tiers. Right now, we want to stay on this, but I think that this is a really big feature. I think that when you have if you use, I've seen again all of them. When you, let's say I have an account with a website where I'm doing online booking. If I want to be able to see my barbers and what they're doing, I got to put them in under my booking system. But what happens is if I use that same system for payments, all the money comes to me, and then I got to share that with my barbers later. So that becomes a headache. I know a lot of barbers over the years have been doing that. What I've learned with Squire is when you create, so the other option, and this is what I've seen before, Daniel, is what an owner will do is they'll say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and create my booking link with such and such app. And then I want you to create your own so that you can get your own money. And I want you to create your own. Now the whole shop is segmented. And I'm not, let me know if you guys are out there, if you're experiencing that, where you have 5, 6 barbers in the shop and everybody's on different platforms, right? Now, the benefit to that is that your barbers are getting their money into their bank account. Your barbers are able to manage their schedule, and if somebody pays, they get their own money. The problem with that is, as an owner, you can't see what that barber's doing.
Yeah.
So I've talked to a couple of people who have said, you know, now I have visibility on what my barbers are doing. So, and now you can see if this guy sitting in his chair scrolling, does he have an appointment? Well, how do you know if he has his own platform, if he's doing his own thing? Now, if you're under one platform and you didn't want to do that because the money comes to you, you can actually implement that with Squire, okay? Where now not only does he make his own money, you can actually see who's on his schedule. So I think that that's another powerful feature. But that was one of the questions that came up. I wanted to make sure that we kind of drilled down on that specific idea.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's like at the end of the day, like a lot of people just remember the barbershop. So the end goal is really just to make the client booking experience easy. So if I were to go to, if I was a young kid and I went to Eric's barbershop, I'm going to remember Eric's barbershop. But then if you have individuals there, then, and they're doing booth rent, everyone still does their own thing, right? They can still get their own money. Their money goes straight into their own bank account. And then also everyone still sets their own schedule.
Right.
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 So just
that's powerful. Yep.
Yeah. So, and also too, like depending on the competitor, there are some companies out there to where they might have everyone underneath one shop account, but they're not able to collect on no-shows and cancellations, because the way that it works out is because they're underneath the shop account. Then if somebody gets a cancellation with Reagan, Garfield gets 7, Lucretia gets 16, the owner's got to go in there and try to figure out, okay, how many did this person get? How many did this person get? And then what ends up ultimately happening is there's just no cancellation policy at all. And then people miss out on their time and their money, which is huge within the barbershop industry. So
look, so I'm going to send you, let me see if you can see this question there. Yeah. Is it popping up on your screen over there? Private chat?
Not really, but no, I don't see it.
No problem. I'm going to send it to you over here in a private message.
Okay.
So this guy's saying if the owner of the barbershop, go ahead. You got it?
So owners of the barbershop who use Squire are able to withhold clients from you if you end up leaving the barbershop. I recently saw another barber dealing with that issue. So first off with Squire, like your client information is your information. So, well, let me rephrase that. So Squire is a company that like doesn't hold your information, but we also want to make sure that we protect the owner and the barbershop first. You at least have to get consent from the owner to get the clients.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. Once the owner says yes, simple email, simple talk with your account manager, we can easily release it for you. We just don't want a situation where somebody goes in, pulls everyone's clients, bounces out of the shop. There needs to at least be some little level of protection for the owner because, you know, they need to at least have a little bit of consent to make sure you get the client information.
No, and that's great. All right, let's go. So
cool. Let me just go through this. So let's just say Reagan's my girl. This shows me exactly what Reagan does, how much she charges, how long it takes. Let's just say men's grooming is good. I choose my time. And then if you're fully booked up for the day, you can also have a virtual wait list set up here as well. So if I've got a date tonight and I need to get a haircut, what I can do is I can put myself on the wait list. And then if something opens up for the day, then the first person on the list will automatically get a text that says, hey, Reagan's got a 2 p.m. available. Do you want to take it or not? I, as a client, will have 10 minutes to respond. If I don't, then it'll go to the next person, to the next person, to the next person. Okay? Because we know it's hard for you guys while you're working to pick up your phone, see who canceled, then scroll down all your messages, see who messaged you, shoot them a message, then put your phone in, start cutting, then message back. Instead of doing all that, we just do that all for you. Okay. But let's just say I don't need the wait list. I can just choose next time, which takes me to Monday. 12:20 is good with me. I click I'm done. You can pre-tip, don't have to. And then you can also customize your tip tiers here as well. So let's just say 30% tip. I click continue. And then cancellation policy. This is key for people because whether you have one or not, this is super important because time is money in your chair. So you as a shop can either set a cancellation policy or each individual can set their own cancellation policy as well. So whether that's 1 hour, 2 hours, 3, 6, 12, 24, whatever that is, you can put that in place. But let's just say I'm okay with not the cancellation. I'm okay with the cancellation policy. I click OK. Then from there, the client will just put in their general information, name, email, and phone number. Why this is important for you as an owner or as a barber is because once we have their information, now you'll be able to send them promotions, quick updates, emails, text messages, market to them. Okay. Then from there, the client will be able to make a reservation 2 different ways. So they can either prepay for their haircut or they can pay in person. If they prepay for their haircut, then Squire does charge a $1 to $3 convenience fee that's paid for by the client. Anything that's $60 and above is a flat $3. Anything that's $30 and below is just $1. Why this is important for you as a barber or as an owner is that in the case of somebody prepays, they come in, they get a haircut, they leave, but all of a sudden they call their bank and they call fraud. This essentially protects you against fraud protection. However, a client doesn't have to prepay. They can always pay in person. And then if they pay in person, there is no convenience fee attached. And then if they pay in person, they can pay card, Venmo, cash, Zelle, whatever that is. I know that was a lot, but that's kind of the booking flow as far as.
Oh no, that's one of the big questions. Someone said, some of our customers have complained about the booking fee, and I know other barbers have left because of it. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on, I mean, first off, this is optional, right? As far as, well, the prepay will always be there because it was super popular during COVID when people couldn't give each other debit cards. But also, too, why the prepay is good from a barber's perspective, especially if you're a busy barber, is that if you have 10 haircuts at $50 and everybody's prepaid, now you're already walking into the shop already making 500, right? Compared to going in and hustling to make that money. If you're a busy barber and you have everyone prepaid and you've already made 500 walking into the shop, it's just psychologically different going into your day if you've already made 500 versus hustling for that 500, right? So did that kind of help answer that question?
Absolutely. Now here's the thing. So, bro, we're getting so many questions. I can't keep up. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is like getting crazy. So if you guys are on the live, I think so. Yeah, absolutely. It's first of all, you said it earlier, and then you also said something else. If we pay for the Squire platform. So someone's saying, like, again, it's they want to keep asking these questions.
Yeah.
So it's like
I'll also
so how about this? If you want to join, this live, you want to jump up on stage with us, all you have to do is write the word join in the comments. So there's so many people. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll show you one other thing. So I'll kind of skip a little bit towards the back end just to show you why this prepay is
go ahead. What were you
beneficial for you. So even on the back end, yep, I can hear you.
Hello?
Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? I can't hear you.
Yep. Hello?
Yo, I'm here.
Yeah, you there?
Yeah.
I think we're having a little bit of issue with the no problem. So if you guys want to join the live, you guys want to join in, go ahead and put the word join inside the comments, and it'll work on Instagram. So put the word join, and what we're gonna do is send you a DM. Go ahead and open that DM in Safari, and then you'll pop in here and we'll bring you guys in. So again, if you guys want to join the live to ask your questions live, just know we are streaming live, obviously. So if you want to join and ask your question live, go ahead and hit. Oh, they're saying we have no sound. No sound. Sound. Mike. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Let me go ahead and remove that. Hello, can you guys hear me? So I'm on the live still. I think we had an issue with Daniel. And we're just working through this, guys. It's our first time doing it. This is some new stuff that we're trying to do. You guys can't hear me? No? All right, no problem. So what we'll try to do is we'll reconvene here in a moment. Can hear? Okay. Yes, people are saying they can hear me. Okay, we can hear you. Okay, perfect. So Daniel, maybe yes, they're saying we can hear you. Perfect. We hear you. Perfect. So again, if you guys want to join the live, I think what you guys can do is put the word join in the comments. You should receive a link, and then you can hop in the live, because there are so many questions coming in, and what we're trying to do is kind of walk through and show you the platform and show you the different features. What Daniel was what he was so focused on was the actual experience for the customer, how the customer is going to experience it. Because I've been having this conversation all week where sometimes as barbers, you get really concerned about the app and exactly how it works and what to do. But the reality is that the one that's going to be using the app the most is going to be the customers. So that's what we were focused on in the first part of this. So I did get there's a delay between audio and video. All right. Let's see if I bring in Daniel. You there? Can you hear us? Up. Can you hear? Can you hear me, Daniel?
I can hear you.
I think he can't hear. All right, let me bring in. Okay, we got our first visitor. What's going on?
How you doing? Babe, can you turn on my light?
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine, no problem.
Okay, cool.
So tell us, I know you've been using Squire for a while. Tell us about your experience with Squire. Yep, I can hear you. Yep, I can hear you. All right, let me go ahead and remove. All right. Remove from state. All right, listen, man. We trying out new things. Listen, technology is always moving forward. That's why I'm working with with this whole new system. We're trying to bring people on. We are using this platform to be able to bring you guys. We wanted a way to try to do this demo and show you guys all simultaneously what we're doing.
In society, people take doctors' time very valuably. They realize that that's something that can't be wasted. There were some people who weren't looking at barbers' time the same way, and we didn't agree with that. Barbers are professionals. They're educated. They help people's lives in a major way. They're pillars of communities. Their time matters.
Squire is built for everyone. So it's built for the barbers, it's built for the clients, it's built for the shop, and they thought of that for everyone.
I've used a lot of other applications, appointment systems, and it's never been as efficient as Squire was for me. It's like an all-in-one solution, right? You have managing the appointments is a lot easier. You give the platform for people to book. I could talk so many good things about Squire, bro. I could keep going.
We're here at 12 Pell, a barbershop located in the heart of Chinatown. Best slice in the city, that's what we call it. When creating the modern barbershop experience, we kind of dialed in on what our lifestyle is like. And because everything is digital for us, we realized we have all the technology that we need already in our hands through our phones.
So for hearts, nothing too high on top. 60-40, 70-30 splits work best.
Tap to Pay is like a feature out of a movie. It's so futuristic and it's one less piece of hardware that we have to worry about as a shop. Being able to pull out your credit card in the chair, tap it to your barber's phone, and walk away with a few clicks of the button is amazing. That seamless technology and the integration with Squire lets us deliver a next level premium experience. We don't have to worry about payments and it allows us to do what we do best. So that your time in the chair is only doing what matters, and that's spending time with your barber and the boys.
Yo, can you hear me okay? Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can you hear me okay? Shit.
Okay, I think we're back. Are we good?
Yeah, I can hear you okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Can you hear me? All right, that's all right. But let's yeah, no problem. I can hear you.
Nice.
Oh, perfect. We're good. We're good to go. Yes, sir. I can hear you. You can hear me. We're good to go.
We're not lagging.
All right. We lost a few. There you go. There they go. Yes, we hear you, DP. They're saying.
Cool.
So let's keep on going with the demo here.
Okay. Cool. Let me.
Yeah. No, I think. There you go. All right. So listen, guys, we're trying our best here. So we're going to continue to do these lives and be able to answer your questions live, especially as we work through all these. Add me for the demo. Yeah, if you guys want to be added on the demo, I'm going to bring in one of our customers here, Dominic. I'm going to go ahead and bring him in and see if we could kind of move this along. Sorry for any kind of technical difficulties, but we're working together to try to bring you some of the best content that we can bring you and do this live so we can all talk together. Hey, Dom, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Nice.
Lower the volume, babe.
Let's see, maybe I can get both of y'all on stage. Hey, it's all three of us now. Yep, I can hear you. No. There you go. All right, cool. All right, so what we're gonna do, I think what we're gonna have to
In society, people take doctors' time very valuably. They realize that that's something that can't be wasted. There were some people who weren't looking at barbers' time the same way, and we didn't agree with that. Barbers are professionals. They're educated. They help people's lives in a major way. They're pillars of communities. Their time matters.
Squire is built for everyone. So it's built for the barbers, it's built for the clients, it's built for the shop, and they thought of that for everyone.
I've used a lot of other applications, appointment systems, and it's never been as efficient as Squire was for me. It's like an all-in-one solution, right? You have managing the appointments is a lot easier. You give the platform for people to book. I could talk so many good things about Squire, bro. I could keep going.
We're here at 12 Pell, a barbershop located in the heart of Chinatown. Best slice in the city, that's what we call it. When creating the modern barbershop experience, we kind of dialed in on what our lifestyle is like. And because everything is digital for us, we realized we have all the technology that we need already in our hands through our phones.
So for hearts, nothing too high on top. 60-40, 70-30 splits work best.
Tap to Pay is like a feature out of a movie. It's so futuristic and it's one less piece of hardware that we have to worry about as a shop. Being able to pull out your credit card in the chair, tap it to your barber's phone, and walk away with a few clicks of the button is amazing. That seamless technology and the integration with Squire lets us deliver a next level premium experience. We don't have to worry about payments and it allows us to do what we do best so that your time in the chair is only doing what matters, and that's spending time with your barber and the boys.
What's up, Dom?
Hey, what's up?
Not much, not much. I think Eric's computer is off, so he just said we can just chop it up real quick, and then I think we might just kind of end this after we kind of talk, just because like there's a little bit of technical difficulties, but
Okay.
yeah. Hair Wizards, all right?
Yes, sir.
Nice, man. Nice to meet you.
Same here.
Nice. What state are you in?
I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm in Philly.
Oh, okay. Nice, man. Awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Heck yeah. How long you been with Squire?
Probably several years.
Okay.
So I used it as an individual because the way that I ran my barbershop at first, everybody ran their own appointments.
Yeah.
And so everybody had their own apps or they did it on their iPhones. I personally was using Squire to test it out to be sure that it was a good fit for the barbershop before I actually signed the entire barber.
Yeah.
My bad. Before I signed the entire barbershop on it. And I felt like it was just a good fit for the barbershop in general. So I've been through a lot of changes that Squire's been through. You know, there was always like constant updates and all these things. And I was like, okay, you know, I see that they're working on it.
Yeah.
One thing that I said was me as a growing business, as a growing barbershop, that was before I opened up our second location. We got 3 locations.
Yeah.
So as a growing barbershop, I want to be able to stay organized. I want to be able to be customer convenience. I want to have track record of everything. You know, if I want to be able to franchise or whatever I want to do, I got to have a strong track record of everything. So, you know, having Squire was able to like help me do those things as far as like stay organized.
Yeah.
And it was very barber shop friendly. It was barber friendly, but then not many ads were barber shop friendly. It helped me run my entire business. So then that's when I seen that it was like very, very convenient, you know. And somebody asked about the loans earlier.
Yeah.
I got a loan from the Squire, you know, I forgot how long ago, but you know, I was able to pay that back through the transactions and everything like that. So it's possibilities for you to continue to grow. With that loan, I was able to start my own product line, you know, and that pretty much paid back that loan, you know. So it's like it's all about growth at the end of the day. So, and Squire definitely helped me do that.
Nice, man. That's awesome. How was did you run the Philly event when we came out there?
Yeah, I was there.
Nice, man.
Yeah, I had I was going door to door sending out those invites.
Man, it looked dope though.
Yeah, it was a real good event.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice. Awesome. Are you going to CT this year?
Absolutely, man. Vote for me. Entrepreneur of the year.
Entrepreneur of the year? Okay.
Yeah, man. But I'm taking pretty much like a nice team of mine. I got, you know, say I got 3 barbershops. So we got like about 24 barbers in total, I think.
Okay.
And we'll be heading over there with maybe like 10 to 15 barbers.
Nice.
To my knowledge, you know, it's 10 to 15 right now.
Yeah.
But it might go up in numbers. We'll see.
Okay. Nice, man. Yeah. Awesome. Well, it'll be a pleasure, man. I'll probably see you at the Barber Grammys and everything like that. So it'll be nice to meet you in person. So
yeah, absolutely. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I think we're probably gonna end this. Just because Eric is kind of running point, but his thing is a little bit. Oh, there
how's this? Hello?
Oh, there we go. Better.
You're on point now.
No problem. So yeah, look, sorry about that, guys. We will continue to do these live webinars, and they'll only get better over time. So I'm just so excited that we were able to do it and people were able to hop on. If you guys are still on the live, I want you guys to understand something. If you put the number 1 in the comments, no matter where you are, just put the number 1 in the comments, whether you're on Instagram, YouTube, Squire's Instagram. Put the number 1 in the comments, and what we're going to be able to do is set you up with a live one-on-one demo. It'll be on Zoom, so maybe a little less lag. Sorry, guys, for that. And what we're trying to do is just be able to do these things with you guys all together. One of the comments that came in, I did want to see what your answer was to this. Was they said apps like this killed walk-ins, and that's new customer base. Can you talk a little bit to that?
Yeah, so I would say, first off, just because you have online bookings doesn't mean that you're taken away from walk-ins, right? You want to make money every single way possible. So whether it's appointments, walk-ins, whatever it is, just because you take online appointments doesn't mean that you can't text the person or the guy can't call you and you put them in your schedule. Right?
Right.
Money is still money, whether it's a walk-in or an appointment. Money is money. So you can definitely still take walk-ins. We also do have a walk-in kiosk mode to where, like, if you do a demo, you'll actually see it. To where you can literally have an iPad in the front. You can have whichever barber's enabled to take walk-ins, and then they can easily just go up there and just put their name down and see exactly what time that is.
Right.
So
someone said, can you set it for only deposit?
Yeah, I mean, essentially, if you wanted to do it that way, you could. That's where the prepay is. You can kind of play with it a little bit. I have some people who literally their time is so valuable to where they want to make sure that whether the person shows up or not, they get paid full for their time. But then I've got some clients to where, let's just say they charge $50 for a haircut, but they want to do a deposit style. They'll just have prepay turned on and they'll have it set for 10 or $20. So whether that person shows up or not, they still get that 10 or $20. And then when they come in, they can pay the rest in card, cash, Venmo, Zelle, whatever that is. So it's all about really like how much value your time is to you, and also to where how busy you are. Because if you're super busy and you're charging 70, 80, whatever a cut, and you're fully booked out, you want to make sure that you get all that money, right? Because time is money in your chair. So
yeah, I want to add on to that. So me personally, my schedule is completely filled. If I do have an opening, I'll put the prepay service on there at a higher price. I'm be honest. I'll put it at a higher price, prepaid service. So that way, if somebody does book with me, I'm guaranteed to get in there. But for my previous clients that's already booked with me on a weekly, bi-weekly basis, I charge them, I have that standard there so they don't have to prepay. There's a lot of ways that you could play around with it. So let's say you have a barber that's working inside your barbershop and he's completely booked out. Then we could set that individual barber as a prepaid barber also. So it gives you a free range all the way around to play around and, cater to your barbers also. Because we want to cater to our clients, of course, but we also want to cater to our barbers and make sure that they're being good in a good position also.
Yeah. And also too, like Squire is barbershop specific, right? It's 100% barbershop specific. Each situation is a little bit different, but at the end of the day, the goal here is to help you make more money or to help you save time, right?
Absolutely.
There's all the features that we have in every situation. You can kind of plug and play or use it for your advantage. But at the end of the day, the overall goal here is to help make you more money or to help you save time.
Right.
Right.
Awesome.
So
yeah, and I wanted to mention, because I've been doing online booking apps for years. That's been my kind of niche. So for those of you guys who are watching on my page, what I wanted to do, this is what you're looking at right now is my phone. And I wanted to show you guys know Marv works with Squire. And I wanted to show you his booking app. So this is his app. It's right here, the Palace Booking. As you can see, it is his own app. And that was something that a few people weren't fully understanding. I wanted to show them what it looks like on the iPhone. And when you launch his app, it gets straight to the point, book now. When you hit book now, it opens up the different services. We can go ahead and book an appointment with Marv. And what I love about this is that, as you saw earlier when we were showing like the Google integration, the website integration, it's all the same here. It's all the same. It's a nonstop, everything looks exactly the same so that you have this seamless process. So I know some people were worried about, like, how does that work? If I go with Squire, then I got to be part of a community app. It's not anything like that.
no.
Squire definitely does the custom app. And so what I did want to say, I wanted to make sure that anybody who's on the live, whether you're on Instagram or YouTube, please go ahead and put the number 1 up in the comments. Sorry, we had that delay earlier, but Daniel, we'll try it again.
Yeah,
we'll
for
pick
sure.
another day. We'll probably do this at least once or maybe even twice a month, but at least once a month, we'll begin to do these to be able to help you answer these questions. Dom, thank you so much for joining.
Absolutely.
Any last words, Dom?
No, I just want to, just say like that off of my experience of a growing business. And, you heard it before. A lot of people kind of grow off of this app, and, it organizes you, and it's barber friendly at the end of the day. It's not only barber friendly, but it's barbershop friendly. As an owner, you want to make sure that you're organized and you're welcoming and you're convenient and all those things. And Squire is the way to go.
Thank you so much for that. All right. So listen, guys, Daniel, again, we're gonna just listen. It's your first time doing it, it's our first time doing this thing. So this is about us kind of just bringing you guys, like I said before, a lot of times we're doing these things one-on-one. We want to be able to service more people at the same time. As you guys got questions, please again put the number 1 up in the comments if you're interested in doing a one-on-one with someone like Daniel. Daniel, about how many of these demos have you done before?
A lot. I probably done over 500, 600, maybe 800.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
yeah.
we've done a ton of these. We never done them live streaming them. But again, guys, we want to be able to answer your questions live on Instagram. There's nothing to hide here. Squire has been in the industry for over 8 years, servicing barber shops specifically, not nail techs, not lawyers, not massage parlors, just barbershops. So if you're a barbershop and you're on this live and you haven't heard of Squire, or you're wondering, you want more information on Squire, even though you got some of it here, right? What if you were to say like what they got like 10% of the information here?
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably say about 10 to 15%, give or take.
10 to 15%. There's a lot of unanswered questions here. So if you want the answers to those questions that you might have, please go ahead and put the number 1 up in the comments, and we will get with you. We'll have someone reach out to you this week to set up a one-on-one demo. Thank you guys so much for joining. We're going to go ahead and end this live now. Thanks again. Peace. All right, we out.